Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Kellen. So, Disney is a company that's been around for nearly 9 decades with an annual revenue of over $48 billion. And over that time, Disney has managed to keep many secrets that you never knew existed, some of which are so peculiar and shocking, I figured I would share with you the top 10 most interesting Disney secrets I found during my research. So, without further ado, number 10, Disney World is its own city. So on May 12, 1967, the Reedy Creek Improvement District was born. Governed by a board of supervisors, the agency has powers typically reserved for city and county governments. It has the authority to open schools, create its own criminal justice system, and even open a nuclear power plant, although it hasn't chosen to do any of those things yet. The company also holds all of the seats on the board and can always count on the residents' support. After all, they're all Disney employees. Number 9. Fully formed mustaches are unwelcome. So even though Walt Disney had a mustache himself, he wanted his employees to be clean shaven. The idea was to make sure they looked as different from the stereotypical image of a creepy carnival worker as possible. So for 43 years, Disney theme park workers were forbidden from growing facial hair, but on a momentous day in March 2000, the company took a giant leap forward and granted its male employees the right to sport mustaches. There wasn't much time for rejoicing, though. When several employees started growing out their facial hair, management realized they hated the stubby look, and the rule was quickly amended. So these days, in order to have a mustache in the park, Disney employees must either already have it when hired or grow it during vacation. Number 8. There's an abandoned mine shaft in Frontierland. So in Frontierland, there's an abandoned mine shaft that until 1977 was actually in service as part of the Rainbow Caverns mine train, a cargo car train that would take you on a quarter-mile journey through the Frontierland wilderness and into an only accessible by train cave with black lights, neon-colored waterfalls, and glowing pools of luminescent water. Number 7. Main Street used to have a lingerie shop. So there's an elevated porch on the eastern side of the street that originally belonged to the Intimate Apparel Shop, alternatively called the Corset Shop, which carried unmentionables like the Whirlpool strapless bras. It only lasted from 1955 to 1956, however, due to obvious reasons. Number 6. The cats own the night. So each night after the bustling excitement of the day is over and all the sunburned families and exhausted cast members have all headed home for the day, the park fills again, but this time with hundreds of feral cats. Though knowledge of their existence has been carefully guarded from reaching the ears of Mickey for decades, Disneyland actually has a number of feral cats who roam the park at night in order to help control the mouse population. In exchange, the cats are all spayed, neutered, given regular shots, fed, and even have their own website at DisneylandCats.com. I find it funny and ironic that Mickey's greatest natural enemy is given the keys to the kingdom after dark. Number 5. Basketball court under the Matterhorn. So Disneyland's Matterhorn is best known for its bobsled-like roller coaster that twists down a giant peak, but few people outside of the park know that deep inside the 147-foot mountain lurks a basketball court amongst many other things. After construction of the Matterhorn was completed in 1959, the roller coaster only occupied the bottom two-thirds of the mountain, while the top third remained empty. What to do with the extra space? Well, Disney employees voted to put in a basketball court which they use on breaks. Also, miles of tunnels exist under Disney World parks. These tunnels are used by employees and cast members to quickly reach their destination without causing the problem of seeing members of Fantasyland in Tomorrowland. Number 4. Disney supports the Illuminati. I'll keep this one brief, but know this, there are many conspiracy theorists who believe that Disney is a heavy supporter of the Illuminati. All I can say on this one, though, is that there certainly is some interesting symbology in many of their creations. These symbols even appear in cartoons dating back to Donald Duck and Goofy. Number 3. Walt Disney was an FBI informant. So during the height of the atrocious Hollywood blacklist that ruined the careers of many writers, actors, and directors, despite the fact that they had committed no crime, Walt Disney worked as an informant for the FBI. Walt Disney was the owner of a hugely successful company, and he desperately feared that communist influence would lead to his workers organizing a union that would lead to higher pay. As it happens, because many of the 570 pages in the Disney file are blacked out or withheld for national security reasons, it cannot be determined what names of Hollywood figures were actually passed on to the Bureau as communists or subversives. Also, J. Edgar Hoover, who was president at the time, had a say in many of the scripts for movies at that time. Number 2, there's a secret hideaway. Walt Disney built the club as a secret hideaway for dignitaries and celebrities, and he even went to New Orleans to personally pick the knickknacks for its interior. During the 44 years that Club 33 has been operational, it's served the likes of Johnny Depp, Elton John, and scads of executives from companies such as Boeing, Chevron, and AT&T. If you're looking to join, you'll have to be patient, as it takes about 10 years to get off the waiting list, after which you have to fork over $10,000 in initiation fees and another $3,500 for every year that you're a member. To find it, look for a gray-green door near the Blue Bayou restaurant with a mirrored plaque that reads 33. Number 1. Disney promotes sex to kids. So throughout Disney's lifespan, there's been many clear examples proving that they promote sex to kids. From subliminal messages in kids' movies to product designs, many of Disney's creations show examples of this, some being harder to catch than others. I mean, does this one even need an explanation? Well, there you have it, the top 10 most peculiar and interesting Disney secrets. I hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and leave a comment below letting me know any suggestions you guys might have on other things you want me to look into. And as always, peace out, and may the Force be with you.
Ready, aim, fire!